And we are continuing our GenCon coverage. Again, I am here with David, and he is going to explain to us by order of the Queen. He's going to give us a quick overview, so take it away, David.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so in this game, basically the theme we've got is the king of the kingdom has disappeared, feared lost in battle, and the queen takes over the kingdom, and when she does, all the monsters decide that that's the time to pounce, because they think she's weak, but she's actually...
A bunch of sexists.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. The worst kind, that's why they're monsters, dude. Yeah, so the monsters basically all show up, and they start to try to take over the kingdom and destroy the kingdom. But she's got this great plan. The first part of her plan, she sends out letters to all the heroes in the kingdom telling them to come out of retirement and help their queen, and they all show up in droves, so many so that the guilds are tasked with sending the individual heroes out to do what they need to do. So you play one of the guilds, and you end up getting hands of heroes like this here, and they and you basically decide where they're going to go. You can send them on individual quests. You can have them fight the monsters of the kingdom, or you can have them complete the queen's order directly. And so the game is a fully cooperative 2 to 4 player game. It takes about 90 minutes to 2 hours to play. Your first game will probably be 3 because you're reading the rules. Right. But the way the game works is if to win the game, you have to complete 3 queen's orders before one of 3 things happens, which are if you run out of villagers, or you run out of the confidence of the regions, or you run out of the heroes themselves, you will lose the game. Okay.
Now, do all the guilds play a little different?
They do. They all have an individual ability on them, and all the heroes, they're all affiliated to one of the guilds. So if you kind of stack up your guild's heroes, you can get a little bonus. Okay. So great. There's definitely a lot of like the interplay. I kind of equate that to the character card that you have in games like Elder Horror and things like that. So yeah.
Now we were talking off camera before, and you were talking about how we think that nowadays it's very important to make games that attract both level entry gamers and expert gamers. So tell us a bit about what you did with this one.
Yeah, absolutely. So for this game, we wanted to make a cooperative game where there's no alpha gamer, right? So I wanted to jam so much work into you as an individual player that there's no time for you to tell other people what to do, right? So that's number one. We did that. Then I also made it so that the game's strategic level is very deep. So if you do have that one person at the table who's really good, they can kind of help lift up their players by saying, hey, here's some strategies I've seen, right? Right. And then also the game, obviously as a cooperative game, there is a level at which the board has kind of an AI, and the AI needs to be kind of run, right? During this phase, or in the event phase is what we call it, all this stuff happens on the board. And so that person who's the hardcore gamer who likes to run that stuff can do that, no problem, right?
Giving more time to the rest to think about what.
But then eventually what will happen is your game will be so easy because you'll be so good at it, you'll get to a spot where the game might become easy. I wouldn't say it's going to be easy. And so what we do is actually in the rulebook, we actually have a whole page which did the game become too easy for you? Did the game come too easy for you? Let me just add some hard difficulty things. So we wanted to make sure that happens. I can tell you in-house when we were playing testing this game, we were a 95% win rate. And so we were hey, let's just start tagging on other things, making the game a little bit harder. We wanted about a 70% win rate for the first time. 70%? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a 65 to 70% win rate. And based on what we're seeing on reviews and people saying oh, I played the game, and we're seeing about that. So
okay, that's perfect.
It's pretty good. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm feeling really happy with how it's turned out.
Well, this is awesome. We're going to be reviewing it soon, so we'll give you our take on it real shortly. Listen, man, thanks a lot. Yeah, man. Enjoy the rest of your con, all right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks, man.
Subscribe now to our channel to stay in the loop. If you like our work, help us continue by sharing the channel to your gaming group. Thanks for watching, and happy gaming.